where you have taken this content from. Okay, let me ask you one simple question. What is there here? This is not needed. What? Let me ask you a very simple question. If I take a concept of IMR, if I take a concept of MMR, this is infant mortality rate, number of deaths of these infants based on the number of days. And during delivery, how many mothers we are losing is MMR. Is it IMR and MMR? Which of the following is for per thousand? Which of the following is per lakh? Chaka's mother, Sheila, looked after the domestic chores, children, and help. Okay, field. Shaka's brother Jitu and sister Situ spend their time playing and roaming. Can you call Sheila or Jitu unemployed? Definitely. You look here. Shakal's mother Sheila looked after the domestic chores, children, and helped her husband Bhuta in the field. Shakal's brother Jitu and sister Situ spend their time playing and roaming. Can you call Sheila or Jitu or Situ unemployed? Sheila, who is the mother, Shakal's mother, we can say she is employed. Okay, because she is employed in what? Agricultural activity. See, simply, how will we check? How will we consider into employment? Any productivity is happening, any production is happening, then you consider them into GDP. That's it. Production, agriculture production, or you're making manufacturing production, electricity generation production, you bring them in the concept of GDP. Unemployed is said to exist when people are willing to work at the going wages cannot find jobs. Okay, that means what? Unemployment means people are willing to work, but there is no work and people are trying to find the very immediate. People are trying to find what is the requirements. They need some job so that they can make some production and can earn certain returns. G2 and C2 are too small to be counted in the workforce population. That's why I told we have not taken this G2 and C2. We have taken only Sheila. Neither G2, C2 or Sheila can be counted as unemployed. But in general, age group matters here. G2 and C2, if they are into a teenage, if they are into teenage, okay, even though if they contribute, we will not consider them into production activity. Only the Sheila can be counted into, okay, counted into the agriculture activity, that is employed. The workforce population includes people from 15 to 59. Just now I told you same thing. 15 years to 59, not the teenagers. Shakal's brother and sister do not fall within this age group, so they cannot be called as unemployed. Now I'll tell you why. Any activity which is made out of the production. Production from 15 to 59. Production, how we generally consider is from production from 15 to 59, which are organized. Which are organized means what? Which are registered. Then this will fall into the concept of GDP. Until and this will not be considered. Shakal's brother and sister do not fall within the age group, so they cannot be called unemployed. Shakal's mother Sheila works for the family. She is not willing to work outside her domestic domain or payment. She too cannot be called unemployed. Shakal's grandparents, although not mentioned in the story, cannot be called unemployed. In the case of India, we have unemployment in rural and urban areas. However, the nature of unemployment differs in rural and urban. In case of rural, there is a seasonal in undisguised. Seasonal means what? Seasonal means employment which is available in that particular season. Particular season. Example, agriculture. Example, agriculture. Example, tourism. Example, agriculture. Example, tourism. In tourism, you have guide. Okay. Example, few industries. Example, few factories. In this, job is limited in that particular point, particular area. Example, same thing, industries and factories which are producing cultural goods, festivals, etc. Okay, these are seasonal. What is disguised? Disguised means I have given an example for the productivity earlier. That means one is enough. One is enough, but you are using more than one. One is enough. You are using more than one. That means actual required is one. What you are trying to employ is two. More people are employed in an activity than actually needed. That is, one is needed, but you're employing two. This is called as disguised unemployment. Urban areas have mostly educated unemployment because of not having proper skill development, not having proper employment generation, etc. Seasonal unemployment happens when the people are not able to find the jobs during some months of the year. Example, agriculture. People depending upon agriculture, okay, usually face such kind of problem. There are certain busy seasons with sowing, harvesting, waiting, threshing is done. Certain months do not provide much work, and these are called to be as a seasonal unemployment. In case of disguised unemployment, people appear to be employed. They have agriculture plot where they'll find work. This usually happen among the family members engaged in agriculture activity. The work requires the services of the five people who engages eight people. That means five is the requirement. How many are engaging? Eight people. Three people are extra now. These three people also work in the same job as her. The contribution made by the three people does not add to the contribution made by the five people. If three people are removed, the productivity, what will happen? It will automatically increase. If these three people also work in the same field. Okay. If three people are removed, the productivity of the field will not decline. Of the field, he's saying. That means what? What all the production which you have to make it out of this, I told you like it will never change because what? Your field size is fixed. The field requires the service of five people and three extra people are called as disguise unemployment. So definition is very clear here. Who are the people who are called as disguised? Who are the people because of whom we are just getting disguised? And it means what? The field requires the field requires the service of five people only, and there are the extra people who are engaged. These are called as the disguise unemployment. More people are engaged than actually needed. In case of urban areas, educated unemployment has become common phenomena. Many youth with the matriculation, graduation, and they do not find a job. A study showed that unemployment of the graduates and postgraduates has increased faster than among the matriculates. Obviously, that has increased because wide scale opportunities are there, but not reaching to all the sectors. A paradoxical manpower situation is witnessed as the surplus of the manpower in the many categories coexists with the shortage of the manpower in others. There is unemployment among the technically qualified person on one hand, when there is a dearth of a technical skills required for the economic. That is, both the cases we can see, even people are having very good skills, they are also unemployed. People with the low skills, they are also unemployed. Unemployment leads to wastage of manpower. People who are an asset for the economy turn into a liability. There is a feeling of hopelessness and despair among the youth. So this is not needed again. Unemployment tends to increase the economic overload. That is true. Unemployment tends to increase economic overload. The dependence of the unemployed on the working population increases. The quality of life of the individual as well as society is adversely affected. That means what? The dependence of the unemployed on the working population. That means if I am not working, okay, if I'm not working, I'm directly depending on my family. So dependency increases, what will happen? My capability, my efficiency will definitely come down. When a family has to live on the bare subsistence level, there is a general decline in the health status and rising withdrawal from the social schools. That means what? People are more dependency on one person. Father is earning. There are around many in the family, grandparents, parents you have. Then dependency will be high. Then what will happen? Efficiency will come down. Poverty will increase. Health status will start deteriorating. People will be starting withdrawing them from the standard schools, etc. Unemployment has detrimental impact on the overall growth of economy. True. Increase in the unemployment is an indicator of the depressed economy. Underline this. Depressed economy is also not due to this concept of only production. Very cleverly, examiner will ask, is it related to the production? Is it related to supply and demand? Is it related to growth? Everything. Along with this, unemployment is also one case. Such a beautiful statement he has added in between the lines you have to check. It also weighs the resource, that means which could have been gainful employed. If people cannot be used as a resource, they naturally appear as a liability of the economy. That means what, we are depending on something, we are depending on the government, we're depending upon the society, family, etc. In case of India, statistically, the unemployment rate is low. A large number of people represented with the low income and productivity are counted as employed. That means what, he's taking a case of like a large number of people represented with the low income. That means income levels are very low and they are engaged in so many options. We have so many options. People are engaged because of sitting idle. They are engaged in Swiggy, they are engaged in Zomato, they are engaged in call centers, they are providing services. They appear to work throughout the year, but in terms of their potential incomes, it is not adequate. Obviously true, because this is called as, this is such a kind of employment where, you are highly skilled. You are highly skilled, but you are applying to a job which is of lower profile. Okay. The work that they are pursuing seems forced upon them. They may therefore want other work of their choice. Poor people cannot afford to sit idle. Just I have told you the same thing. They tend to engage in any activity irrespective of the earning potential. Their earning keeps them on the bare subsistence level. That means what, they cannot sit idle. Something other things they have to perform so that that can give them some food or subsistence. Moreover, the employment structure is characterized by self-employment in the primary sector. The whole family contributes in the field, even though not everybody is really needed. So there is a disguised unemployment. Why there's a disguised unemployment? Family size is more. This is also one reason. In between the lines, you have to search. Family size is more. So you're bringing all of them, you're trying to engage them in the agriculture activity, irrespective of the age group, then this is disguised unemployment only. But the entire family shares what they have produced. This concept of sharing of work in the field and the produce reduces the hardship of unemployment in the rural sector. But this does not reduce the poverty of the family. 100% correct. Why it is does not reducing the poverty? Because your land holding capacity is very less. How much you hold? You will hold 1 acre to 3 acres. How much you can produce from this? Only which can satisfy your hunger, that is your own requirements of food. See, if something you produce more, then you can sell in the market, then you can gain, then you have a bank account, you save. This is possible to whom? Large farmers. This is possible to large farmers and is not possible to other sort of farmers in our country. Okay, next, let us discuss about the employment scenario in the three sectors mentioned earlier. Agriculture is the most labor absorbing sector of the economy. Agriculture is one of the most labor absorbing sector, means more labor are part of the agriculture sector. In a recent year, there has been a decline in the dependence of the population on agriculture, partly because of disguised unemployment. Because no productivity is there, people start moving towards the other sectors. Majorly, they start moving towards the manufacturers, the laborers, etc. Some of the surplus labor in agriculture, that's what is the next point, I guess, has been moved to secondary or tertiary. That's what I have discussed just now. They moved into tertiary and secondary because they don't want to sit idle. See, as in the earlier case, 5% are working. You have brought 8%. So these 3%, instead of sitting idle at home, they're just contributing here. That means you're actually impacting the efficiency of 5 workers. You can also work. Now, when you have alternatives in the market, these people are moving toward. That means that because of this secondary and tertiary, disguised unemployment has come down, we can say. But it doesn't mean that you have completely come out from the poverty levels. That is, in the secondary sector, small scale manufacturing is the most labor absorbing in the case of a tertiary sector. Various new services are now appearing like biotechnology, information technology, etc. That means what, small scale, mainly MSMEs. Mainly MSMEs. So in MSMEs, maximum women are employed in India. Maximum women are employed in MSMEs, and MSMEs is the second largest in case of employment after agriculture. So after agriculture, MSMEs is the second largest. Let us read a story to know about the people about this village areas. Let us do this. Each family met its deeds by earning. Okay, they earned good profits while they shared among themselves. Inspired by this success, families all same time. Okay, they requested the panchayat to open schools, training centers, teachers was recruited. Okay, not needed at all. This one. This village, which formerly had no job opportunities at the beginning, many teachers have been worked hard to bring some success. Okay, it's not needed. All right. So this is about your chapter number 2. I think this is which chapter, I don't remember. Chapter number 2, I guess. People as resources. Now, poverty as a challenge. Poverty as a challenge. Just we'll look into this and we will stop. The chapter deals with one of the most difficult challenges faced by the independent India, that is poverty. After discussing this multidimensional problems through example, the chapter discusses the way. Okay, causes of poverty. Okay, discussed. Okay, let us see now how it is working. In our daily life, we come across many people who we think are poor. There could be landless laborers in the villages or people living in the overcrowded juggies in cities, means like slum-like areas. They could be daily wage workers in the construction cities or child workers. Okay, so child workers in dhabas. They could be a beggars with okay, this means roughly 270 millions. This is not needed yet. Okay, even this is not needed. His father, a landless laborer, depends on the Ram Saran and his brother Hazare Park. Okay, that meal 300 rupees. They have only two pairs of hand me down clothes. New ones are brought only when the old goods. Okay. Hmm. Passed away 2 years and after lack of medications. Okay, not needed. Leave it. Now, what are the reasons of the case of the poverty? Study of the above cases of poverty. Discuss the following issues. Landlessness is the definite reason for the poverty in India. Unemployment, size of the family, illiteracy, poor health, child labor, helplessness. Now, tell me one important point other than this, what is mentioned here, which is making people to deprive into poverty. Tell me one reason which you feel it is important, which is driving you in poverty. Okay, good enough. These two typical cases illustrate many dimensions of poverty. They show that poverty means hunger and lack of shelter. It also is a situation in which parents are not able to send their children to school, or a situation where sick people cannot afford treatment. See, what is the basic definition of poverty? Poverty means where an individual cannot get the basic necessities, that is food, shelter, clothing. Food, shelter, clothing. These are basic necessities. Along with the basic necessities, there are few committees. There are few committees. First one, Lakadwala committee. Second one, Alak committee. Third one, Suresh Tendulkar committee. Fourth one, Rangarajan committee. Fifth one, Arvind Panagaria. Arvind Panagaria committee. So these are the important committees which we have to study. First one is Lakadwala committee. Second one is Alak committee. Third one is Suresh Tendulkar committee. Fourth one is Rangarajan committee. Fifth one is Arvind Panagaria. These many committees will not be discussed there. Okay, but still we will discuss all these type of committee. Alag Suresh Tendulkar, we have to put a lot of stress. Rangarajan, Arvind Panagaria, Lakadwala. Okay. So let me go through this. What is there in this chapter? Poverty estimations are there? Yes. So when the poverty estimations are there in this new NCRTs, NSSO reforms, okay, and what is World Bank is saying 1.9, does it has revised what are vulnerable groups? Okay, this is lengthy, so we can add all our current aspects to this, and we can study. Okay, well, I'll causes of poverty are there, anti-poverty measures are there. Okay, government program schemes are there. Challenge ahead. All right, fine. Okay, fine. So I'll be stopping here to this chapter only because I'm suffering with this throat infection very badly. So I want to have to take a class at any cost. So tomorrow when we meet, I'll cover this both chapters tomorrow.